The mother of someone you love described you in a surprising way. And you may not expect what she said. There is a conversation that happened without you. A quiet moment between a mother and the person you love, or the person you are moving toward, the one whose presence in your life means more than you have probably said out loud. And in that conversation, your name came up. Or perhaps not your name exactly, but you. The way you make that person feel. The way you have shown up in their life. The impression you have left, not just on them, but on the people around them who are watching closely and forming their own quiet understanding of who you are. You did not hear what was said. You were not in the room. But something in your spirit has been sensing it, hasn't it? A feeling that someone is thinking about you. A warmth that arrives without a clear source. A knowing that somewhere, in someone's home, in someone's heart, you are being spoken of with a tenderness that would move you if you could hear it. Stay with this. Because what that mother said about you is not what you might expect. And receiving it fully, letting it land in the deepest part of how you see yourself, is going to change something important. She did not describe your appearance first. She did not lead with what you have accomplished or what you own or what your position in the world looks like from the outside. Mothers who truly see, who have lived long enough and loved deeply enough to recognize what actually matters, they look past all of that. They look at something quieter. Something that takes a lifetime of watching people come and go to learn how to identify. And what she saw in you, what she described to the person you love, was something you may have never thought of as your defining quality. Because it is not loud. It is not the thing you lead with in a room. But it is the thing that stays. The thing that lingers after you have left. The thing that makes the people who love you feel safe in a way they struggle to explain. She said you are real. Not real in the ordinary sense of existing. Real in the rarest sense. Genuine in a world that has taught almost everyone to perform. Present in a culture that has made distraction the default. Someone who means what they say and says what they mean without the constant editing and managing and calculating that has become the way most people move through relationships. She saw it. The way you listen when someone is talking, not waiting for your turn to speak but actually receiving what is being shared. The way you show up not just for the celebratory moments but for the ordinary ones, the unremarkable Tuesdays, the quiet evenings, the moments that do not make good stories but are the actual fabric of a life shared with someone. She told the person you love, this one is different. And she said it not as a warning but as a blessing. As the kind of quiet endorsement that a mother gives when she recognizes in someone the specific qualities she has always hoped would find their way into the life of the child she loves most. She has watched people come and go. She has seen the ones who were charming but not committed. The ones who were present in the beginning and absent when things became real. The ones who loved the idea of her child more than the actual complicated, beautiful, imperfect person her child truly is. She has seen enough to know the difference. And in you, she sees the real thing. Pause for a moment. Let this settle in. You may have been wondering lately whether you are enough. Whether the love you give is being received the way you intend it. Whether the person you care about truly sees what you bring to their life, not just what is obvious and easy to appreciate, but the quieter things. The consistent things. The things you do when no one is watching because your character does not change based on your audience. You may have been carrying a quiet uncertainty, the kind that does not announce itself dramatically but lives in the background of your thoughts, asking questions you do not always want to answer. Am I valued? Am I seen? Does what I give actually matter to the people I give it to? The answer is yes. More than you know. More than has been said out loud. That mother sees it. And what a mother sees about the person her child has chosen, or is moving toward choosing, carries a weight that cannot be manufactured or performed into existence. It is the result of watching, of paying quiet attention, of loving someone so completely that you develop the ability to recognize, even from the outside, what is good for them. And she looked at you, in all your ordinary and extraordinary humanity, and she recognized something good. She described the way the person she loves changes around you. How they become more themselves, not less. How a certain tension that she has watched her child carry for years seems to ease in your presence. How laughter comes more easily. How there is a quality of peace around this person when you are part of their life that she has prayed for and hoped for and not always seen. And she connected it to you. Not in a grand statement. In the quiet, certain way that people speak when they are describing something they have simply observed to be true. She said, "They are good for my child." And she meant it in the deepest possible way. Not just pleasant or entertaining or convenient. Good. The kind of good that builds something over time. The kind of good that makes a person more whole, not more dependent. The kind of good that multiplies in a relationship instead of diminishing with familiarity. This is what she said. And the person you love heard it. Let it land in their own heart in the way that words from a mother always do, with a weight and a tenderness and a kind of permission that is unlike anything else. Because when someone whose opinion we have trusted our entire lives looks at the person we are moving toward and says, "Yes, this is the one worth choosing," something settles. Something that was perhaps slightly uncertain becomes more solid. More clear. More real. You have been part of making that happen. Simply by being who you are. Simply by showing up consistently, honestly, without the performance that exhausts both the person performing and the person watching. Your genuineness has been doing a quiet work in this relationship that you have not been able to fully see because you have been too close to it. But from the outside, from the vantage point of a mother who watches her child with the kind of devoted attention that only a parent carries, the work you have been doing is visible. And it is beautiful. Think about the qualities that mother noticed. Your consistency. The way you follow through on small things, not just the significant ones. The way you remember details that other people let slip past them, because when you care about someone, you pay attention to what matters to them and carry it with you. The way you give without keeping score, without the invisible ledger that some people maintain in relationships, calculating what they have given against what they have received and adjusting their love accordingly. You do not love that way. You love with a generosity that comes from a genuine place, from the part of you that understands that what you give in love does not deplete you. It multiplies. She noticed that too. The generosity. And she named it to the person you love as one of the things she hopes they will recognize and not take for granted. Because she has lived long enough to know that genuine generosity in a partner is rare. That the willingness to give without resentment, to support without condition, to be present without requiring constant acknowledgement for the presence, these are not qualities that are easily found. And when they are found, they deserve to be recognized and honored and held with both hands. You deserve to know this about yourself. That what you carry into the lives of the people you love is genuinely valuable. That the love you give is not disappearing into a void. It is landing. It is being felt. It is being spoken about in quiet conversations between mothers and their children, in the honest moments when people say what they actually think about the people who have entered their world. The person you love is lucky. And their mother knows it. And somewhere in the quiet of their own heart, so does that person. Even if the words have not come yet. Even if the full expression of what they feel and what they recognize in you has not yet made it completely from their interior to the surface. It is there. It has been building. And what that mother said, in that conversation you were not present for, may be exactly the thing that helps it finally find its way to you in the fullness it deserves. Something is shifting in this relationship. A movement toward greater clarity, greater expression, greater honesty about what this connection truly is and what both of you truly mean to each other. The conversation that mother had was part of that movement. A small but significant moment in the quiet unfolding of something that has been growing beneath the surface, preparing to become fully visible. Receive this tonight. Not just as a pleasant idea but as something genuinely true about who you are and what you bring to the people you love. You are seen. You are valued. You are described, in the honest moments, with words that would fill you with a gratitude and a joy and a sense of being truly known that is among the most beautiful things a person can experience. The mother of someone you love looked at you and saw something rare. Something worth celebrating. Something worth blessing. And she did exactly that. In a quiet room, in an ordinary conversation, with the simple and profound certainty of someone who has learned, after a lifetime of loving and watching and hoping for her child, to recognize the real thing when it arrives. You are the real thing. And now you know.